Good evening. That was the time set aside for this Shamokin council meeting, 2021. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States.
Silence once again tonight will be the Appalachia, who was right on Saturday.
Mayor.
Councilwoman Moyer.
Thank you, sir. With that, anyone?
In regards to the citizens comment part here, I have received an email.
Jess, you want to come up while he's reviewing it?
Yeah, listen. Agenda.
My comment is in regards to the motion for the vehicle ordinance and the transfer law that you guys are looking at tonight. I respectfully request that be removed from new business because it hasn't been sufficient days for public review of motion. It's only been, it hasn't been 30 days, it's been like 24 days or something since it was put out for public consumption. So I requested that be removed from new business, and I object to having it on the.
We can continue, if the solicitor agrees, we can continue to maintain that copy at the front counter and deal with this amendment.
That'll be notified for 30 days, correct?
Pardon me?
That'll be notified for 30 days to review.
Yes, it has to be. And I think we're talking, I think we're talking 26 days.
Thank you.
That's California.
Yes, I agree with them. I'm not disagreeing with them.
That's all.
Anyone else?
Read it. I received an email this morning at 9:47. It's addressed to me as the city administrator. It comes from Joe Lashinsky. It says, "Good morning, Mr. Slavy. Just emailing to see if I could please have this comment addressed before the votes tonight. Thank you." It reads, "Good evening, Mayor and Council. There is a great deal of events on tonight's agenda that carry nearly through the entire 2022 calendar year. With an election coming up in just nearly 22 days and a possibility of a majority of governing body not returning, I am respectfully asking that you table votes on any motions that extend past February 28, 2022, and allow the new administration to take that action. Thank you, Joseph Lashinsky, Jr." So it's so noted.
Any other citizens comment?
No, sir, not that I have.
Minutes? Says, once again, minutes are not available at the time and will be presented at the November meeting.
I have discussed with the new staff members this morning a plan to begin tomorrow morning of doing the minutes. I've also conferred with Mrs. Annis, who was the administrative accountant up until May. I spoke with her this afternoon, and she is coming into the office to prepare from February up until her last meeting, which was April of this year. She's going to be doing that. So with that said, we should have, if not all of them taken care of, a good majority of them. And speaking of minutes and agendas, I want to thank Mrs. Seidel for her help in assisting preparing the agenda so that we can have it properly advertised per the most recent change in the law, where it has to be posted 24 hours before this meeting takes place. So thank you, Mrs. Seidel. And if anybody has any questions in regards to the minutes as to how we're going to accomplish this task that I just explained, I'd like to answer questions.
All right, sir. Move on to bills. Motion to approve the bills from September 20 is listed on your bill list.
So moved.
Properly moved and seconded. Any questions? Roll call, sir.
Councilman Verano,
Yes.
Councilwoman Moyer,
Yes.
Councilwoman Seidel,
Yes.
Councilman Groton,
Yes.
and Mayor Brown.
Yes.
Motion carries. Unanimous approval.
Director's reports, accounts and finance.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. This is the treasurer's report from September 2021. Total general fund balance, $1,150,696.53. Total motor license balance, $194,484.61. Total library balance, $83,049.82. Total capital projects balance, $369,789.26. Total sinking fund number one balance, $168,319.59. Total sinking fund number two recreation balance, $323,650.59. Total street lighting balance, $5,063.84. for a total balance in all accounts to October 1st, 2021 of $2,995,054.24, respectfully submitted by Brenda Scandal, our treasurer. Thank you, Brenda. That's all.
Thank you. Parks and Public Building?
Thank you, Mayor. We had spoken at our workshop about the Halloween parade and Halloween candy. After that meeting, Mrs. Judy Allen reached out and wanted to donate $150 to the city to help cover the cost of that candy. So I wanted to make sure that we thanked her.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
I wanted to thank the police for their response at the incident on George Street and for giving me an education that night on the scene. Mayor and Councilman Roten kind of walked me through everything. It was eye-opening to see the regional cooperation that we are so lucky to have in this area. And just the dedication of everybody there on the scene, from the fire police, the ambulance staff, police officers, parole. It was really something to see up close, and I'm just very thankful that we have that kind of support in our area, especially with what we're experiencing in our police department right now. I'd also like to thank Chief Psycho for an incident that took place up on George Street. And he had an officer up there at the playground in under 3 minutes to kind of take care of everything and make sure everything was okay. And it was phenomenal, and I really appreciate what was going on that night. Always thanking Kevin and the city department, the street department, for everything they do, especially with these benches and tables. I know we're running out of room. We're trying to make sure that we replace everything. We were very blessed to get our money for COVID funds. It was COVID care money, let's see if I'm not mistaken. We got so much recreation equipment. It was on back order and they came in at once, and they are just doing their best to build everything and get it out into the community. So please thank the street department worker when you see that going on, because it's not easy and they're just doing a phenomenal job. Thank you to CEDACON for our meeting prior to this one. Seriously, it was phenomenal news, and I look forward to working, especially the recreation news, I'm not gonna lie. And I also wanted to, on behalf of Mother Cabrini, thank the city and thank Eric Seidel and Councilman Roten and Mr. Craig Rhodes. They all came together. Eric and Scott moved the monument, which was just a monster, and placed it at our church, and all of our parishioners were able to come in and pray and observe moments of silence and remember this weekend after listening to Mr. Rhodes. It really is a blessing to have something so meaningful in our city, and our parish, our priests benefited from that, and they wanted me to extend their thanks to everyone in the city that helped make that possible. Please, upcoming events, Halloween parade on the 26th, food truck frenzy. I could have really followed up and said something very bad. On the 30th of October, coffee, cars, and cigars, hopefully on the 30th, trick or treat in Shamokin on the 31st, the Lost Mine Fall Festival on the 16th, and music in the park on the 17th. Shamokin is popping once again in November. Please make sure you get out there and see everything we have going on, because these are amazing people doing amazing things, and we are all benefiting from it. File.
Thank you. Is the money?
Yes, and I believe there's a coordination meeting tomorrow.
Don't hurry, I don't think we want, other than go back to the line.
Is that, Mrs. Seidel, is that where it's going tomorrow, back to the library?
Yes, I believe that when we originally spoke about it, as long as there wasn't a request for it, because the library was one of the most public buildings we have, the library would be the best place to keep it until there's a request for it.
I have a request, but I guess our minister needs to meet with the board and see what, when, are you talking about moving it to different places? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that meeting is October 17th, I think. I figured I'd get back to everybody about that then.
Don't forget your request for it.
Yes,
I forgot mine.
Somebody told me that. No, I will certainly get that request.
I didn't do
Streets, public improvements.
Yes, Mayor. Just to answer some questions from the public, there's been a lot of complaints about the streetlights in the city of Shamokin. I asked Chief Shiko if he can ask his men on the third shift to make a list of them that are out. Once that is done, Sarah informed me she now knows how to do it and to notify PP&L. So we are not trying to save electricity, and it's just a fact the turnover of staff there, there's been a lapse. And what I'll do, I'll defer on the Arch Street basically to you, because you know the situation with the lights. Larry supposedly got the gentleman in and got pictures to retrofit them so we can get them. I don't know the progress is on that, but that's the reason why they're out, so maybe you can shed some light.
The best that I can tell you, and only because I deal with Denny Electric. Denny Electric was here Thursday.
Yeah,
It was
last
Thursday.
Thursday, yes.
Met with Larry. The problem they're having with the Acorn lights is they're set up for metal halide bulbs and a certain light output. You can't get that light output out of an LED light that's small enough to fit into there.
Right.
So they could put an LED light in there, but they won't be as bright as what the old ones are. So they actually had to come up here, take one apart and look for a retrofit fix to be able to switch to LEDs, because unfortunately they're still larger than what will fit the fixture.
I just want the public to be aware of it because of the comments past it. Why are they out? Are we trying to save money? We've been working on this issue. It's, once again, I would assume they're also COVID related. Why this stuff?
Larry has been,
Just not-
and Larry generally doesn't text me unless he has something important
Right.
going on. He has been texting me for the last about 4 weeks over these lights, trying to get it fixed for them.
We're working on it.
Now he's actually had the company come here
Yes.
to tear one apart.
So I just want the public to understand, it is not that we don't know about the situation, we're trying to correct it, it's just taking some more time. So I hope we answered your questions. We're not trying to save electricity, it's just, we're having some issues.
We're trying to save electricity by using LEDs.
Well,
That's
yeah,
the problem.
but over there, it's a different type of.
Yes.
Yeah.
And is that just Arch or is that Arch and part of Lincoln too?
Lincoln Street is the PP&L. Arch Street, from my understanding, Arch Street is the only ones we own. Market Street and Lincoln Street are owned by PP&L.
But the bulb issue remains the same, which is why some are out on Lincoln Street.
I couldn't tell you that. PP&L, they usually respond to changing, Jen.
Okay.
We usually notify them it's their problem. Arch Street is a different situation. It falls back on us. It's my understanding, and I can't be positive this was done under previous administrations when they did all the renovations over to Clark, and was tied into that. And this is what happened. PP&L helped them, I guess, get everything together, but they are not responsible from my understanding. So that is all on us, and that's where the issue lies. I guess this is the first time, correct me if I'm wrong, Mayor, this is really that we want to get everything changed to LED, and that's where the problems occur. So that's what really the issue is. But hopefully on the PP&L side, like Sarah just informed me that she knows how to do it now, maybe we can get a quick turnover and get these corrected. So, thank you, I appreciate it. That's all I have.
Public safety.
I'll start with the fire calls, bear with me, because for some reason every month this report changes as to how they do it. Service calls 7, fire alarm 6, medical assist calls 5, dispatch canceled incidents 4, vehicle detector activation 3, fire other 2, building fire 2, police assist 2, smoke scare 2, trash or rubbish fire 1, structural weakness or collapse 1, unauthorized burning 1, total fire calls for the month were 39, total hours of service were 273.48, with the total personnel responding of 320. The code report, complaints addressed 102. Summary, there's 12 open, 90 closed. Code tickets issued 17. Notices of violation sent 6. Citations written 8. Landlord inspections complete 7. Total revenue collected $2,413.25. I don't know what's going on up there, Bob, but that number seemed awfully low. That's all I have there.
Thank you, sir. Chief, you have my stuff there.
Yeah.
Take care of it.
The department did 875 calls in September, logged 3,869 miles. They consisted of 2 juvenile petitions, 21 criminal arrests, 21 traffic citations, 18 non-traffic citations, 73 parking citations, 7 written warnings, 67 parking tickets, 227 sweeper tickets, and 43 code tickets were issued.
Yeah, I have one other thing, if I can have an executive session after the meeting for contractual and personnel.
Please stop me from adjourning, because it could happen after this list. Anything else, sir?
No, sir.
Thank you. A little bit from me. Halloween parade's coming up. In years past, we wavered back and forth with throwing candy, not throwing candy. As far as I know, this year, nobody has a problem with throwing candy. Please refrain from throwing it from your vehicles, as that has children run towards the vehicles. The fire trucks generally, I think this year that, I believe we just had a break, had somebody walking, throwing the candy out. We as council will be leading the parade again, and we'll throw the official first piece of candy, so we'll do it first so everybody can follow along. But please, refrain from throwing it from the vehicles. Have somebody to walk along and throw it, get it to the crowd or to the curb areas so the kids aren't scattering towards the lanes of traffic for the Halloween parade. Anything special for trick or treating or anything you have for points of safety?
Slow down, watch out for kids.
Yeah, be very cautious.
Do all the nights in the world to slow down and actually stop at stop signs. Every night should be that way, especially Halloween. You know there are gonna be kids. Sorry.
After the Halloween parade, pep rally for the Shamokin Indians. This is the year we beat Mount Carmel, so everybody show up. Enjoy the pep rally for the boys. Appreciate it. Just walk along the parade route as the boys come through. They're the last float in the parade. As they come through, feel free to join in, walk behind them, and come all the way up through if you want to stand and watch the pep rally. It's 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes to let the boys get up on stage, say a few things to the public, and support the team.
Hey, if Shamokin wins, Mr. Shelby wears purple and white the next day.
The next month.
Next purple. Go, Mike. I think it would be a nice gesture.
Y'all know he has the right.
What do you think?
Find an Indian hat.
There you go.
I think I'll wear my headdress for the next time.
Sooner or later, it will happen.
The, see the talk, Betsy, or are we free?
Anything first?
I don't really have much for you, just want to let you know. Working on the application for TPG, it will be submitted by the 28th. So that's, I'm pretty sure it's 20th, it's a Thursday, last Thursday of the month, so should be good to go from there. That is it.
That was easy. Mine's longer.
Shamokin area businesses, please, and it don't have to be City of Shamokin, any of the businesses in the area, if you would like to sit down with me and find out if we have any grants or assistance available to you, please contact me. Happy to sit down and chat with you. Something I shared last month, also, the city was awarded $50,000 for facade grant again. Many thanks to the RDA and Justin Scavery for the assistance on that project. The Geisinger Shamokin Coal Crack and Crab Fest that was supposed to be next Sunday has been postponed. Next, the environmental sustainability plan for Shamokin. I actually spoke on behalf of the city last Friday at the Pennsylvania Municipal League Conference. We were one of the 2 cities that actually got our act together and had our plan done. What I am proposing, and I spoke at the workshop for, was that we can actually apply to get a staff person in the city for 40 hours a week, working on behalf of this. And I have written down everything that they can do. They would be, they would work here 40 hours a week. They would take the lead in organizing meetings, establishing a robust communication and assessment structure, conducting additional research as needed, and supporting the organizations in achieving their plan goals. I was there in organizing organizations and achieving their plan goals. If successful with this grant application that I'm putting in, $100 fee, but Bucknell University will pay for that fee. The person will come on board next year for a minimum of 1 year, and we could apply for more. So that would be around July. And so this person would be at City Hall at least 2 days a week, possibly 3, and the other days they'd work out of Bucknell University. The next thing, also, there's an energy manager that the city has been awarded, and they should start in November. So it's exciting. The AOA Rail Trail Project. The feasibility study is almost done. It's for the non-motorized trail. That means non-motorized as way as like 4-wheelers, but motorized wheelchairs will be allowed. I didn't mean to look at you, Mayor, but for anybody. That's 26 miles from Sunbury to Mount Carmel, which will go through the city of Shamokin, making it a major hub city on the trail. They did set public meetings while I was away on vacation. Unfortunately, the one date set was for in the city of Shamokin on the same night as the Halloween parade. So I did reach out, and I believe the mayor also reached out, and they are trying to change that date. So as soon as I know the new date, I believe it's probably going to be 25th of October, but it is not set officially. However, the following day, on Wednesday, the 27th, they are having a meeting in Sunbury. It's from 5 till 6:30. The administration building. Next study, this is our hydrologic and hydraulic study. This is the study of water, including the volume and rate of flow as it moves through a watershed, basin, channel, or man-made structure. GPI was the winning engineering firm, and this actually is kicking off this week, and it should be done too. We are also working on a comprehensive plan zoning book rewrite. We have the RFQ for that. Probably within next month, we'll have the city approve the wording in that, get that out. And the timeline for that is we'll have the H&H completed in the spring. Start right away with the comp plan. That'll take 12 months. Then we'll work 12 months on the zoning book rewrite. So this is a big project. In the meantime, there are some things in your current code book that is from 1964 that we want to put some Band-Aids on. So part of the RFQ will actually address some of these immediate needs. I do have enough funding. I have $63,000 set aside so far. I'm going to need more funding, but what we're planning on doing is get the RFQ out on the streets. We'll find out what kind of costs we need to come up with. Then I'll deal with how I'm going to get the funding for the rest. Prior to this meeting, we discussed the ARPA funds. It was just an informational only meeting. And CEDACOG came here and discussed some options that, as you know, the city was awarded $500,000 annual funds to rehabilitate approximately 9 homes per year, up to $65,000 at no cost to the homeowner through the city. There have been 4 intakes so far. What an intake is a financial review of the applicant. After this, then there's an inspection, third-party inspection and walkthrough, and then the bidding process. And then obviously the rehabilitation. City of Shamokin doesn't have to handle any of this. City of handling all of this on behalf. It is not too late to apply. We do have a pretty hefty waiting list. But if you would like to apply, you can contact, I have the information on here, Danielle King at CEDACOG. Her number is 800-326-9310. I are a qualified environmental professional, QEP, to assist with this project. Illumination station. What's happening with 118 and 122 East Independence Street? We are at the final stages. We should see those come down within the next couple months. And there is already a steering committee that's been working on the project. And all bidding documents are ready to go as soon as we get a cleared environmental review. So our actual timeline has not changed at all. Buildings still should be down in 2021 with the construction of the park occurring in spring of 2022. This has to be done by the end of next calendar year, December 31st, 2022. As I said, the timeline hasn't changed. It just took a little longer for the buildings to come down. And I think that is all I have. Any questions? Great.
Public ask a question? Not at this time.
Okay.
One other thing from me, at the end of the meeting tonight, I know everybody likes to kind of stand around and talk a little bit. This has to be set back up for a classroom class that I'm responsible to set it back up. So within about 5 minutes of the end of the meeting, everybody needs to be stand out in the hallway and talk all you like, I don't care. But I have to convert this back to a classroom for the fire department for structural collapse for the weekend. So if you would please, when we're done, feel free to come outside, but not in here, because I'll be moving tables and things. Did I miss anybody? No. All righty, folks, new business, as you can see, there's 3 pages of it. I will try and go as quickly as possible. Please get your motions. If there's a question, holler out real quick, because I'm gonna try and move quickly. Request a motion to approve using CDBG funding to demolish 122 East Independence Street. Properly moved and seconded. Questions? Roll call.
Councilman Verano,
Yes.
Councilwoman Moyer,
Yes.
Councilwoman Sidell,
Yes.
Councilman Roten.
Yes.
And Mayor Brown.
Yes.
The motion carries unanimously.
Bob, I will try not to get ahead of you. If I do, just let me know.
That's okay.
Request a motion to approve using Keystone funding to demolish 721, 723 North Shamokin Street.
So moved.
Properly moved and seconded. Anyone on the question? Roll call.
Councilwoman Verano, or I'm sorry, Councilman Verano,
Yes.
Councilwoman Moyer,
Yes.
Councilwoman Sidell,
Yes.
Councilman Roten,
Yes.
and Mayor Brown. The motion carries unanimously.
Request a motion to approve the updated citizens participation plan, CDBG.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Questions? Roll call.
Councilman Verano,
Yes.
Councilwoman Moyer,
Yes.
Councilwoman Sidell,
Yes.
Councilman Roten.
Yes.
And Mayor Brown.
Yes.
The motion carries unanimous.
Request a motion to adopt the annual section 504 resolution, CDBG.
So moved.
I'll second it.
Properly moved and seconded. Questions? Roll call.
Councilman Verano,
Yes.
Councilwoman Moyer,
Yes.
Councilwoman Sidell,
Yes.
Councilman Roten,
Yes.
and Mayor Brown.
Yes.
The motion carries unanimously.
Request a motion to adopt the annual fair housing resolution, CDBG.
Second.
Properly moved second. Questions? Roll call, sir.
Councilman Verano,
Yes.
Councilwoman Moyer,
Yes.
Councilwoman Sidell,
Yes.
Councilman Roten.
Yes.
And Mayor Brown.
Yes.
The motion carries unanimously.
Request a motion to adopt the resolution to apply for 2021 CDBG funding. Properly moved and seconded. Any questions? Roll call, sir.
Councilman Verano,
Need to change its fall festival date to Saturday, October 12 to 9, pending approval of Chief of Police, Street Department. The event order to be determined by the same city officials.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any questions? Roll call.
Councilman Verano,
Yes.
Councilwoman Moyer,
Yes.
Councilwoman Sidell,
Yes.
Councilman Roten,
Yes.
and Mayor Brown.
Yes.
The motion carries unanimously.
Request a motion to suspend the open container ordinance for Lost Mine Brewing Company's Fall Festival on Saturday, October 16, 2021, from 12 to 9, in the specific event corridor for alcoholic beverages sold within that corridor.
So
Properly moved and seconded. Questions? Roll call.
Councilman Moreno,
Yes.
Councilwoman Moyer,
Yes.
Councilwoman Seidel,
Yes.
Councilman Rowe,
Yes.
and Mayor Brown, unanimously.
Request a motion to allow A&B Children's Theater to use Quad Killer Park for a children's dance recital on Wednesday, October 27th, 2021, from 5 to 8, with a rain date of November 3rd.
So moved.
Second.
1 and 2. The questions? Roll call.
Councilman Moreno,
Yes.
Councilwoman Moyer,
Yes.
Councilwoman Seidel,
Yes.
Councilman Rowe,
Yes.
and Mayor Brown.
Yes.
The motion carries unanimously.
Request a motion to allow Edward Manning to hold a coffee, bars, and cigars event on Saturday, October 30th, 2021, from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Pending approval of Chief of Police, Street Department foreman, with the event order to be determined by the same city officials.
So moved.
Properly moved and seconded. Anyone on questions? Did anybody talk to Jeannie, make sure this isn't going to interfere with food truck friendly? Or that she has no problems with it?
But Mayor, what about the UAE people? The UAE come down.
We'll just have to push everybody to Lincoln Street, the other side of town. I don't think there's any way to get them on Independence.
I was just gonna say, well, the events that day. Okay, this question.
Any other questions? Roll call.
Councilman Moreno, Councilwoman Moyer,
Yes.
Councilwoman Seidel,
Yes.
Councilman Rowe,
Yes.
and Mayor Brown.
Yes.
The motion carries unanimously.
Request amend the open container ordinance for coffee, bars, and cigars event on Saturday, October 30th, 2021, from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. in the specified event corridor for alcoholic beverages sold within the event corridor.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Questions? Roll call, sir.
Councilman Moreno,
Yes.
Councilwoman Moyer,
Yes.
Councilwoman Seidel,
Yes.
Councilman Rowe,
Yes.
and Mayor Brown.
Yes.
The motion carries unanimously.
Request a motion to allow Sabre to hold the Home for the Holidays event on November 27, 2021, from 1 to 6 p.m. Pending approval, Chief of Police, Street Department foreman, with the event order to be determined by the same officials.
So moved.
Properly moved and seconded. Questions on that one? Roll call, sir.
Councilman Moreno,
Yes.
Councilwoman Moyer,
Yes.
Councilwoman Seidel,
Yes.
Councilman Rowe,
Yes.
and Mayor Brown.
Yes.
The motion carries unanimous.
Request a motion to suspend the open container ordinance for the holidays event on November 27, 2021, from 1 to 6 p.m. in the specified event corridor for alcoholic beverages sold within that event corridor.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Anyone on question? Roll call.
Councilman Moreno,
Yes.
Councilwoman Moyer,
Yes.
Councilwoman Seidel,
Yes.
Councilman Rowe,
Yes.
and Mayor Brown.
Yes.
The motion carries unanimously.
Request a motion to allow Sabre to hold the Light Up Lincoln event on November 27, 2021, with a rain date of November 28, 2021, from 5 to 9 p.m. Pending approval, Chief of Police, Street Department foreman, with the event corridor to be determined by those city officials.
So moved.
Properly moved and seconded. Questions on that one? Roll call, sir.
Councilman Moreno,
Yes.
Councilwoman Moyer,
Yes.
Councilwoman Seidel,
Yes.
Councilman Rowe,
Yes.
and Mayor Brown.
Yes.
The motion carries unanimous.
Request a motion to suspend the open container ordinance for Light Up Lincoln event November 27, 2021, rain date November 28, 2021, from 5 to 9 p.m. in the specified event corridor for alcoholic beverages sold within the event corridor.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Anyone on the question? Roll call, sir.
Councilman Moreno,
Yes.
Councilwoman Moyer,
Yes.
Councilwoman Seidel,
Yes.
Councilman Rowe,
Yes.
and Mayor Brown.
Yes.
The motion carries unanimously.
Request a motion to allow Northumberland County Council for the Arts to hold a downtown Christmas market event on December p.m. to 4 p.m. Pending approval of Chief of Police, Street Department. Properly moved and seconded. Questions on that one?
Councilman Moreno,
Yes.
Councilwoman Moyer,
Yes.
Councilwoman Seidel,
Yes.
Councilman Rowe,
Yes.
and Mayor Brown.
Yes.
That motion carries unanimously.
Request a motion to allow Sabre to hold the Shamokin Warms My Heart event on April 9th, 2022, from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pending approval, Chief of department foreman with the event coordinator to be determined by the same.
So moved.
Properly moved and seconded. Questions?
Make one question. If we approve all these for the upcoming 2 years, my question I guess would be, being there's gonna be in council, would they have the right to take a look at these and make adjustments or?
Somebody makes a motion, there's a second and a vote on it, next council, it can be changed.
Okay. Just wanted to be sure, clear on that. Thank you.
Any others? Roll call, sir.
Councilman Morano,
Yes.
Councilwoman Moyer,
Yes.
Councilwoman Sidell,
Yes.
Councilman Roten,
Yes.
and Mayor Brown.
Yep.
Motion carries unanimously.
Request a motion to suspend the open container ordinance for the Shamokin Warms My Heart event on April 9th, 2022, from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. in the specified event corridor for alcoholic beverages sold within that corridor.